Hey everyone, it's been a while since I've last updated, but just I guess a few life updates. I am officially a senior in college. I don't know if I've already said that in like 3 weeks ago when I last made a video. Um, but yeah, I'm a senior in college. It's crazy. I'm looking at grad schools right now, preparing to apply. Um, which most of those only accept like 4 or 5 creative writing students that write fiction per year. So that's kind of terrifying, but that's kind of what I'm doing. It's summer. I've meant to upload the last few weeks, but the first week I missed was, I don't know, it was the week, my first week on summer break, so I was kind of lazy. The second week was, I was sick, and so now we're here on this week. For those of you who don't pay attention to my regular channel, I'm like 6.75 months on testosterone. Not this coming week, but the week after I will reach 7 months on T. So that's kind of exciting. And I'll probably be making videos in random places on campus because we all the summer housing kids live in the same building, and I have a roommate who's my best friend, but like, I don't know, it'd be really awkward, I think, to make videos with people watching. So to this week's topic. Long pause because someone was walking by. Small conservative town talking about bathroom bills. Okay. So, yeah. I think we all have a kind of similar opinion if you're watching this. To bathroom bills, trans bathroom bills, yeah. So the whole deal with bathroom bills is, now that trans people are more on the media, and more people are learning about trans people and our existence, and how we've existed since forever, surprise, people are freaking out because they think that because people are finding it more safe to come out as trans, and some more people are coming out. People are arguing that now it's going to give men an excuse to put on a dress and go into the girls' bathroom and harass women and rape women and that kind of thing. And so the ridiculous factor in that is, one, trans people have always existed, and whether people know it or not, as lots of people say on this topic, if you know it or not, you have gone to the same bathroom as a trans person at the same time, at some point. Maybe more than once. Maybe more than a handful of times. People on my college campus, you've gone to the bathroom with me plenty of times. Surprise. So the issue with the whole idea that men are just going to put on a dress and go and harass women in the women's bathroom is problematic because it perpetuates the idea of that, one, all men are just looking for an excuse to go and attack women, and two, that women are all weak and can't defend themselves. It's also perpetuating the gender stereotypes and the need for conformity and boxes. It's basically, in the end, I've seen a lot more news on how it's affected cisgender people than trans people. So like, I'm sure all of you have seen many different videos of different, I think mostly different women getting kicked out of the women's bathroom because they look too masculine. And so, like, there's just women who don't dress as feminine because they don't feel comfortable with that, and that's perfectly okay. Who are getting kicked out of the women's bathroom because they look too masculine. Not even really because they look male, or they're not obviously female or whatever, but because they don't feel comfortable being stereotypically, like, overly feminine and all of that, and it's bullshit. So, like, I've seen different videos of, like, different women who obviously have, one, obviously have a chest, and two, obviously aren't men trying to dress up as women or whatever people fear. So, like, overall, the bill is just perpetuating all of this bullshit. It's causing all this fear in people that shouldn't be a thing. It's making homophobia and transphobia and just discrimination okay. It's making all this discrimination legal, which, I don't know, it's not. It's against federal law for, like, most of this bullshit, which is also why Obama was talking about how, if North Carolina doesn't, like, unpass their bathroom bill, that, they won't, like, fund schools and that kind of thing. Like, because they're doing something that's bullshit. Like, and something that's also problematic is when I see all these posts of, examples of trans men and trans women, and they're overly, like, the trans men are overly masculine, or the women are overly feminine, and so there's posts that, like, at the beginning I was like, okay, yeah, there's a trans man, Hayden, who is super muscular. He was almost on the Men's Health magazine, and there was a picture of him, and there's a picture of a trans woman who's super feminine, and they both fit into the stereotypical men and women categories. And so there's, like, the picture saying, would you feel comfortable with him in the women's bathroom? Would you feel comfortable with her in the men's bathroom? And it's like, people are like, well, of course not. Or people say the bullshit of, like, well, maybe it shouldn't be, like, men and women's bathrooms. It should be, do you have a penis and do you have a vagina? And, like, just have the shapes of the genitals on the bathrooms, which is bullshit too, because it's not going to solve anything. It's going to have the same problems. You're going to have one overly masculine trans men in the bathrooms with really feminine women, really masculine women, and you're going to have overly feminine, overly masculine trans women in the bathrooms with overly feminine and overly masculine men. And so there's just going to be all this kind of confusion. And it's like, it gives an excuse for men to dress up as women and go into the women's restroom and, like, rape women, to hurt your little girls. For some reason, you're not worried about your little boys. Whatever. You're all worried about this. And, one, rapists don't need an excuse to go and rape someone. Like, there are plenty of cases where men have gone into women's restrooms dressed as themselves. I don't think there has been one case as a man dressing as a woman and going into a girl's bathroom and attacking a woman. If a man's gonna rape someone, they're going to do it. If a woman's gonna rape someone, they're going to do it. No kind of gendered bathrooms are gonna affect that. It's not gonna change it. And so we're focusing on the wrong thing with these bathroom bills. People are like, oh no, you can't mix genitalia. You can't. What is this? What? Like the 1800s? Whatever bullshit this is? Is this This is the same kind of argument that people used when they were like, no, I can't go to the bathroom with, like, a black person or an Asian person or whatever that is. Like, it's stupid. You're perpetuating the idea that people with different genitals than you are completely different than you. Like, that a man and a woman, for example, can't have anything in common because one has a dick and one has a vagina. What? You're acting like a man and a woman, that they're like two different species. Like, that you should have a bathroom for humans and dogs or cats or whatever. Like, men, women, non-binary people, trans women, trans men, everyone under any gender spectrum kind of thing, under any gender identity, is human. What is this? Like, what is this? What kind of idea do you have in your mind that, like, any of this is okay? Because we're going through this bullshit cycle, and everything is going back to, like, we have to have all these civil rights kind of things, and it's like, I don't know, it's bullshit. Whenever some sort of new group comes in and becomes more acceptable, suddenly everyone's like, oh shit, they're more acceptable, we have to do something about this. They're asking for equal rights, we gotta do something about this. Like, oh no, everyone's asking for the same kind of rights that you get. Oh no, like, God forbid that I can do the same things that you can do. Or God forbid I can have the same rights that I can have the same rights outlined in the Constitution that everyone in America is supposed to have. And, like, if what I have said isn't enough, take a look at, like, any other country that has, like, fully talked about this. Take a look at Canada, who they just raised the pride flag on I don't know the name of it. It was in an important place. And one of their I had the name. I don't remember the name now. One of their government people raised it, and is going to, like, the different pride parades, and, like, that's amazing. Take a look at what the British government has said about our laws, and warning their people, their citizens, not to come to the specific places with the bathroom laws because it's discriminatory. And whether it means anything or not, the threat made by like the group of the United Nations, I think that's the old name for it, whatever. Same thing, different name. That was like, you know, if you don't take away these bills, it's breaking this, like, treaty you have with everyone. I don't know, I'm rambling. This is just, like, it gets me fired up. Like, what are you trying to argue? We're all human. We all have to pee. The people who attack other people, one, it doesn't only happen in bathrooms. Two, it's never because a man feels like he's gonna go dress up as a woman and attack another woman, because, like, that's problematic. One, to call trans men who dress up as women. Problematic to call trans men women who dress up as men. Problematic to assume that all men are just looking to rape women. Also problematic to not assume that women don't rape men. Problematic to assume that rapists need an excuse to go and do what, like, to go and, like, rape people. Like, if they want to do it, they're going to try and do it. They're not looking for these, like, easier ways. And to think that, like, so many people believe this, when, like, you've gone to the bathroom with so many trans people, and you know how many times this has happened, you know how many people have dressed up as the opposite gender and done this? Zero. You know how many political people have gone into bathrooms or anywhere else and raped people? Tons of times. You know how many pastors have raped kids? Like raped a lot of little boys that like apparently people aren't worried about, because the whole idea that all women are weak is so like perpetuated in this society, because people are like, oh no, you're a man, so you have to protect these women, and no one's here to protect you because you're a man and you're supposed to be able to protect yourself. And it's bullshit. It's complete bullshit. It doesn't help anyone. It causes more problems than it solves any. So I'm just gonna leave it at that before I rant for forever. Hopefully something is done about all these bullshit bills soon. I want to try and do my part with this. Hopefully making this video gives people some more inside ideas of why this whole idea is problematic. If I ever had a chance to like do anything more, or if I find out any more I can do, I want to do that. Rambling again. But yeah, I'm gonna start making videos every week. That's just my opinion on the bathroom bills. I will talk to you all next Sunday. Have a nice week.